Hello and welcome to the Grand Theft Auto Tour episode 5, where this week we're presenting from here, the docks in the southeast of Los Santos. Now this week I got the challenge of recreating the Moroccan roll from the Grand Tour, which I had to pick a coupe sports car and meet up at Vinewood Hills and then receive a challenge of finding out why I chose what I chose. So this is what happened. So I'm here at Vinewood Hills, and you probably say, well, normally at this point he's standing next to the car what he's chosen. Well, I wanted to add a little bit of suspense, so dramatic music please. This is the car that I've chosen, the Xeon Cabrio. It's worth $65,000 off southern San Andreas, and it reaches the average speed of 60 miles an hour in 13.5 seconds. So yes, it's reasonably slow-ish, but why have I picked it as the best sports coupe in the game? Many people would have chosen the Mini Cooper, but for the valid reason that it's out of control and it's bad to handle and it skids everywhere, I chose this. It's got a capacity of 2 people with a convertible roof and enough space in the boot for a dog. This is a fantastic long car with a very nice clean engine in the front, and the colour turquoise really brings out the lovely colourness of the car. But I've chosen this car strictly because I believe it is one of the best sports coupes in the game. So my challenge is to drive from here at Vinewood Hills, tackling windy and narrow roads to get to some builder's yard in the middle of the sandy shores, and then I will receive another challenge. So this is the car I've got. So let's close the doors and, well, start the journey really. So like I say, this car reaches 0 to 60 in 13.5 seconds, which you may say, well, isn't the fastest car in the world. Well, it's not. A sports coupe isn't supposed to be absolutely fast. Sports cars and supercars are supposed to be fast. The coupes are city cars. Get your shopping in, take your wife out for the day trip to Spa or something, to the co-op, get her a nice little £3 meal deal, and there you go, take your dog to the vets when it's poorly. This is what this car is made to do. So why have I picked it for this challenge? Because this car isn't just a coupe, it is a sports coupe, which means it can handle tight corners quite well. What's a wanker in that car? Handle tight corners quite well, which are the roads that I'm going on, which also means that it can reaches quite high speeds. The acceleration might not be quick, but the overall car is quite fast itself. It doesn't skid about. The tail doesn't skid about like the Mini Cooper does in the same category. The Mini Cooper is a fantastic car in real life, but in GTA 5 it's ruined. It's not a very good car. Tackling dirt and sand as well, this car doesn't really make a difference on different terrains, and we will find out later on when the Brit takes it round our track, the Ebolardrome, because our track is the only racetrack in the world to focus on tarmac, grit, bridges and dead old ladies. which if you do hit an old lady in this car, it can be easily hid up in the boot, because it is lovely big space. There's a motorhome like ours with a twat driving it. So with this sort of straightish bit of road, let's see what speeds this car can get up to. Look at that, past 60 now. Look how quick this car is getting. Zooming past that other motorhome there, the old Cadillac. Another sports coupe we just now went past, which is actually in the same sort of range as this. This is another Xeon, but I do feel this is the best. Look at that. Can we go for the overtake? Yes we can, in the man in the 4x4. By this stage you may have realised I got a bit carried away and I have lost the building site. So, I had to turn around and go find it again. So for viewers, you have now heard the over talking me that I have gone past the building site, plainly because I want to see how fast this car goes, and we have now realised that it does go rather fast. And there we go. I need to get back to the builder's site now, and I have now crashed into the fence. That doesn't matter. What a stupid place to put a fence anyway. I was breaking the speed limit down here. It was 50, and I was going 60 plus. So I do believe the builder's yard is down here somewhere. Well, I thought it was. Another motorhome getting in the way, and this man getting in the way, twat. Move out of my way, you're not important. The builder's yard is up here, so there you go. Move! Maniac. There you go, we can see the cranes and stuff now. There's the builder's yard. Ow! What was that for? Oh well, he's killed himself. He has killed himself ramming into the rear end of me. Right, so this is the builder's yard. I must now go and get my challenge from here. This challenge is to be continued in the later on of the show. This is the GTA version of the Toyota Prius. The most hated car in the world apart from the G-Wiz. So this makes this the most hated car in GTA 5. Now in episode 5 of the Grand Tour, James and Richard played battleships. Now, as there's only one of me and we don't have enough space for a battleships board, I'm going to blow up this Toyota Prius. That hurt me to say the name Toyota Prius. I'm going to blow up this car from dropping it from a staggering height. Using this, the cargo bob, a helicopter that I have borrowed from the Marines, which you saw in a few weeks back. So I've got to hook this to the Toyota Prius, which is a hard job, I'm not going to lie. Very hard job. And I've done it. I've got the Toyota Prius on my cargo bob, and I am, instead of playing battleships, I'm going to drop this car until it blows up. So I'm using this, the Mackenzie Airfield, here at sandy shores, for fun really, just to blow up this car. So I'm reaching this height of, I don't know, but it looks enough. So let's drop the Toyota. There we go. It's been dropped. It's been dropped. It's been dropped. And it looked like there was an explosion and a wheel has came off by the look of it. I think, yes, the Toyota Prius has been blown up. So there you have it. They're awful cars, but they are brilliant to blow up for fun. But now let's get back to the challenge we were doing earlier. The next morning I was told to return to the builder's yard where I left my car the night before with a digger. And I had to bring a digger because I've got to weigh my car. So, we don't actually know how much this car weighs. So the only way we can do that is lift it up with a digger. Now, this digger can lift things up to 1 ton. I don't know if it can, I'm just making this up for the experiment. So, if this digger can lift my car, it weighs less than a ton. Pretty simple stuff. Probably all bullshit, but pretty simple. So, the key is to aim the digger right up to the car and lift it. Now, you may be wondering, well, in the Grand Tour they use cows and chickens and dead meat and the crew on a pair of scales. I don't have cows, chickens, dead meat and a crew. So it's just me, the digger and the car. So here I am approaching the car in the bucket and lifting it up. Oh, I flipped it. What about if I jam it? Oh dear. This isn't going well. Oh no. This has not gone well. Oh dear. Nearly ran over my car. If I can jam it over here and lift it, then challenge complete. There we go, I lifted it. I've lifted my car. There we go, I've lifted my car. It does not weigh more than a ton. There we go. This is science. In the process of doing this, I sort of wrecked my car. But that didn't matter, as I then got the next challenge. Your next challenge is to race around this building site in as quick as time as possible. So, I had to line up on the start line in my broken sports coupe to do a lapped time of this building circuit. Right, so here I am at the start line. So, in 3, 2, 1, and I'm off. So like I say, I haven't been round this circuit before, and I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to go, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't down here. Or maybe it was. I don't know. So this is a building site, and in the actual Grand Tour episode they raced round a movie scene or something, but this is the best that I could do, being on GTA. And it does appear, oh, I've got some air there, it does appear that I don't have a clue where I am going. I don't even think that this is a proper circuit. We just getting some air really, rallying round in this car is quite fun. So these tests have been really thorough. We've weighed it on a digger. I've drove it round some corners and now I'm racing it round builder's site. This is the most thorough test I think I've ever done, and I've gone over the fence and I've overcooked the chicken, as one of my old sayings. The chicken has been overcooked and burnt, and the skin is all crispy and horrible. But I actually like crispy chicken, so to me, that was a decent corner. Over another ramp. This car I'm glad I picked as my sports coupe to use in this challenge. I'm back here, so that must mean I've got lost, or was it this one? I don't know. I think it was this bit that I went down. I'm lost. I'm lost on a track, which isn't even a track. As long as I get back to the start, then I say I've done a lap. But yeah, I am pleased I got this as my car. So there you go. And I believe that up here is the start line, which I've gone the wrong way over it. But there you go. So in 2 minutes 31, I got round this builder's site. So that's a pretty awful time for a lap that I didn't really know. But we haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen this car without the roof off. And the roof has broken. Look at that. The roof will not go down because the electrics have mucked up and the boot is bent in and there's nowhere for the roof to cover in. So, on that terrible disappointment, let's head over to the one man who can fix all timings of cars around the Ebolardrome. He's British, he loves the summer, but he complains when it's too warm. He loves the winter, but he complains when it's too cold. He is a typical Brit. It's the Brit! He's off. So here in the Xeon Cabrio 0 to 60 in 13.5 seconds. Up now on the Isn't Straight. Approaching quite slowly really compared to the other cars that we have had round here. Round now onto the gravelly sand stuff. Now coming onto the bridge. Over the bridge for the first time. Around that corner, bit of skidding around, but no one really matters about that. Coming now to pass some trees, into the fence, into the trees, and Brit has fucked up the lap for everyone. Past the trees now, so he's going to take a shortcut there to catch up the time, and he's fucked it up already, round past the bomb, but he's not doing that, he's just going straight back up. We are going to have to call Brit a cheat here, and he's crashed again. This car is too long to get round this track. So yeah, now past them fences, coming back now up to the bridge for the second time. Over the bridge, not much air compared to other cars. And down the Isn't Straight again. This car picking up a bit more speed now, handling okay. Better if we had a better racing driver at the wheel, but it's the best we could do. Coming up now to second bridge, over second bridge now, round that corner. In the distance we can see the lighthouse and old lady's house. Is she abed? Is she awake? Is she dead? Is her bike there? Yes, so she has not popped down to co-op. Her boat's there as well, old lady getting too old to sail her ship now. The only ship she's sailing now is to her early grave, 6 foot under. Round second bridge for the second time, and across the line. Well, that was a fantastic challenge, but the Brit crossed the line there on 1:56.54. So that places him here on the leaderboard. Let's see the updated leaderboard. And it has been a fantastic challenge-ly day today from here at the docks in the southeast. But that's it now. We'll see you next week on the Grand Theft Auto Tour. Goodbye.